Okay, hello, Cinecine here, and we just heard the confirmation of an Apple WWDC event, and, well, it's mostly a software event, and I don't like that it is, and a big event like this should be mostly hardware, not software. It's unfortunately mostly software, but there are a few big things coming when it comes to hardware that I want to share. That would be mainly the Apple headset, the Mac Pro, and the MacBook Air, maybe the iMac. Mainly those. And that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm not going to talk about iOS 17 or macOS 14. But those are, of course, nice too. But Apple's software is already just fine, and they don't need to fix their software. What does need to be fixed is Apple's hardware, because it is just a mess. We need to get back all the features we lost over the past 10 years, 10 to 15 years. And if we're going to do that, we need somebody who's good to replace Tim Cook. Somebody who's not going to catch the Steve Jobs syndrome disease, being an egomaniac like Tim Cook has become because of Steve Jobs. So hopefully, after WWDC, the last one where Tim Cook is there, we'll see a CEO that is more like John Scully, or what came right after, between him and PowerPC, the one who led Macintosh into the golden age in the early 1990s. Because we need user upgradability again. We need it. We've had it with Tim Cook. Had it with Steve Jobs' philosophy. We've just had it. Can't stand it anymore. That's why my company is gonna humiliate Apple if they make their Mac Pro closed and unupgradable. This WWDC. My company, Quadrillion, is gonna humiliate Apple with my upgradability even in MP3 players, like the Q-Pod, will have upgradability. Anyway, the Apple headset is good though. It doesn't. That I don't make a big deal about upgradability in a headset, even though it would be nice. But it's going to be an amazing device, though. The battery pack around the waist is a bad idea, and a good idea at the same time. Both bad and good. Anyway, it doesn't hold that much battery power. It doesn't hold that many hours. But it's just the first-gen device. I mean, the first-gen MacBook Air, the first-gen iPhone, the first-gen iPad, all of them sucked. Because they were just first-gen. That's why I often wonder, like, back in 2010, Steve Jobs should have announced a later iPad, although that thought was silly. I sometimes think that was logical. He should have announced the iPad 4, not the first-gen iPad at first. But yeah, we know that's a silly thing to do. You have to start it with the first gen. So, Apple headset, that's good news, and it will hopefully for people like me, it'll have corrective lenses. I know that none of my colleagues in Long Island have problems with vision, unlike me. My problems aren't that bad. Right now I'm not wearing glasses. It's mainly school where I need to wear them. So anyway, the Mac Pro. This is the big shot Apple has towards success. When I've been seeing the most recent leaks for the Mac Pro not being expandable at all, you know, what happened to the modules? What happened to the daughter cards that had processors on them with integrated RAM? Maybe the storage, but also upgradable storage in PCI card form. What happened to that? Yeah. We needed that type of Mac Pro. And this is a Pro product. You're going to lose all your Pro customers to PC manufacturers running Linux if you make the Mac Pro unupgradable. I mean, that's the only reason people spend a lot of money on the Mac Pro is the upgradability. Something we need. I mean, Steve Jobs' philosophy is a dangerous thought. It's dangerous. And it's ruining the tech industry. Yeah, ruining the tech industry. We need to... I hope we see that Mac Pro that has the same upgradability as the 2019. Maybe even more. But I doubt that, even though it's going to use the same case. What's the point of using the huge case if you're not going to have upgradability? Anyway, the one thing I'm glad to see is the 15-inch MacBook Air. Though, what we really need is a new CEO who's going to bring the M3 or M4 MacBook Air into user upgradable RAM and storage. And reintroduce a 12-inch MacBook with the same things as that much smaller 12-inch screen size. And what about the ports? The MacBook Pro brought back ports, so that's a good sign. But they didn't bring back USB Type-A. That's the one thing the MacBook Pro is still missing. It should be standard on all computers, not just desktops. The iMac hasn't been updated in 2 years, and it didn't include any USB Type-A. Just the USB Type-C Thunderbolt and the headphone jack. We need to go back to the design language of the polycarbonate white Macs, along with the original aluminum Macs, where we had upgradability in all those cases, and also accessories being bundled. Is there anything wrong with that? Well, I doubt that's going to happen unless we get a CEO after TikTok who's more like John Scully. And then the iMac needs upgrades more frequently too. In fact, why has Apple come to offer upgrading the models of their computers so less frequently now than they used to? I mean, they used to upgrade 2 to 3 times a year, but now it's once every 1.5 to 2 years. That's what I've got to say. Bye.